Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this pick a card video. Today's video is going to try to get a read on the energy surrounding your crush, their feelings towards you, your feelings towards them, and just the overall sort of energy surrounding the connection. As you can see, we have 3 piles here, so go ahead and pick whichever pile resonates the most with you. If you're feeling called to more than one pile, that's totally okay. You can pick more than one pile, and chances are there are messages for you in both of them. So as you can see here, we've got pile number 1 with the citrine. We've got pile number 2 with the rose quartz. And we've got pile number 3 with the smoky quartz. So like I said, take a minute, meditate on the cards, figure out which pile is calling out to you the most, and there will be timestamps below for each of the 3 piles. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll go ahead and get into the first pile. Okay, this is going to be pile number 1. If you chose the citrine. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the cards. We have 6 positions here. I'm going to go ahead and read out loud what each of the positions are supposed to be so that you can kind of meditate on the questions as we shuffle the cards. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole spread, and then we'll go back, pull some clarifiers, and start really channeling the messages. Okay, so position number 1 is going to describe your feelings about the situation, about the other person. We're just going to get a read on your energy. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to go ahead and pull another card for that same position just to get a little bit more insight. Okay, Eight of Cups. Next position is going to describe the other person's feelings about you, about the connection. We're just going to get a little read on their energy. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles. I'll go ahead and pull a second card for that one. Six of Wands. All right. The next position is going to describe how would they react if you were to tell them or if they were to find out about your feelings. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, that's exciting. We'll come back to that. The next position is going to describe what you should do, any actions you should take, just general advice from the tarot. So, let's see here. Okay. Let me move these up so you can see. The Knight of Swords. Alright. The next position is going to ask if there is a reason you should not pursue this or any obstacles that you may face. Okay, Ten of Swords. Interesting. And then we've got the last card, which is going to describe the outcome of the situation. Okay, got the Nine of Wands in reverse. I'm going to go ahead and pull a second card for that one. Outcome of the situation. And Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into what we have here, and I'm going to keep shuffling and pulling clarifying cards as we go. So this position right here explains your feelings about the situation, your energy surrounding the situation, how you feel about the other person. So this is interesting because we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So I'm seeing that I think you see the potential for something really stable and like long term with this person. You see this being like a more deep, serious connection. I think you believe that this connection is something you can sort of like build on, you know, and create something really stable long term. But here with the Eight of Cups, I see that you recently left a situation, maybe another relationship with someone else, because it wasn't for you and you're in search of something else. So I see this energy still sort of carrying on. This is something you still think about, this past. So yeah, but I do see you walking away from this and moving forward, and you're like I need something different. You're like, I deserve something better. And I see that this connection is, you see a lot of potential for that here. But yeah, this energy, this past energy is still kind of lingering around. So just be aware of that. Okay, for the other person's feelings about this connection, we got the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So I think this is really positive. This other person is like, again, we've got Pentacles here, so it seems like you guys are kind of on the same page for the most part. This person, Ten of Pentacles, they want to build something very, like I said, long term, something really stable. They're looking for like a real connection, like a real relationship, something, again, more profound, more deep, and they can see themselves building that with you. And then Six of Wands, this is like the victory card. So it seems like this person is feeling pretty confident about their connection with you. They think things are on the right path and they're going in the right direction. And they're basically they're feeling really good about it. And this is really exciting. Okay, so for how they would react if you told them, we got the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups talks about like emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, very deep loving connection, like deep loving relationship. So this is a really positive card. So it seems like if you were to tell them, it would actually go really well. So that's just something to keep in mind, but we're going to keep talking about, you know, actions you should take. But just remember that it seems, again, you and this person seem to be like on the same page, and it seems like their feelings are also reciprocated. Okay, so for the next position over here, we're talking about what you should do in this situation. And we got the Knight of Swords, and basically the Knight of Swords is like talking about taking action, like going for what you want, just like full send. Like if you want something, go for it, get it, do it now. So that's really interesting here. It seems like these two are really lining up. Again, the outcome seems really positive, and the tarot is just sort of telling you to like go for it, you know? Like if you feel like this is something you want to do, just do it. It seems like there's really nothing standing in the way for, well, we'll get into that actually. We'll get into that. But it seems like the tarot is very supportive of you just like really like full sending it, just going for it. Next, this position over here, it was saying, is there a reason not to pursue, or, you know, any sort of obstacles that would get in the way? And honestly, this is reminding me of what we talked about earlier, this prior situation that you walked away from. It seems like it's definitely over and you're getting over it and you're moving on, but again, it's a process and you're still in that process, so that may be holding you back a little bit, just like fully releasing whatever this situation was, whatever this person was, this relationship. You're in the process of releasing it, but you know, it takes time. So that may be something that's just sort of, maybe it's just sort of on your mind. Again, it seems like whatever this was is very much over, but it still takes some time. So that may be something that sort of delays the progress of the relationship, or maybe the tarot is saying to take your time and heal fully from this before you, you know, just really go for it. But it seems like you're really at the end of the cycle. It seems like it's over. So yeah, okay, so the next one we have the outcome. So this is interesting. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is telling me that it seems like you're really going to be working on breaking down any walls you may have from the past. Again, like, I'm just really getting like, whatever this was, maybe you built some sort of walls up to protect yourself from, you know, it happening again. But I see you in this connection. I see you sort of breaking down those walls and like letting yourself be more vulnerable. But again, that's something that takes time. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is telling me that you guys are going to have to kind of figure out how to fit into each other's lives. It seems like maybe one or both of you has a lot going on, as far as it could be anything really, like career, school, life stuff, family stuff. So you guys are going to have to kind of figure out how you best fit into each other's lives, and it's going to be a little bit of a balancing act, but I see you guys can do it. You're just gonna, there might be an adjustment period where you just are sort of trying to figure it out the best you can. But this outcome looks really positive, because I just see you guys opening up to each other and then working together to see how you fit into each other's lives. And then we also got the World card, which I love for this. It seems like, yes, there are like practical things you need to take care of, but once that's done, I see like a really positive outcome. Like, I see when you all work together, again, that emotional fulfillment. It's like when you work together as a partnership, it's just the outcome is really positive, and you guys can have all the emotional fulfillment that you need. And it seems like you guys are very capable of dealing with these, you know, practical sort of issues. So yeah, this looks really good. I'm really excited for you. I think, yeah, I really see you moving on from this. Maybe this person can help you move on as well, because it can be hard, but also it takes some time. And then as you build trust with them, you can break those walls down. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna channel some messages directly from this other person using the Hidden Truth Oracle. Let's see here. So this oracle is really cool because we can sort of get messages from this person, like what they could say to you, no, what they would say to you if they could, you know, like no fear of consequences, whatever. Like, this is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and shuffle these and see if we can get any more information or any more insight from their energy. Okay, this one says, I replay our conversations over and over. So it seems like this person is really thinking about you. They're thinking about, you know, the conversations that you have. Obviously, they're thinking about, you know, I think they really enjoy talking to you, and it's the sort of thing where when they don't talk to you, they're just like laying awake at night, like thinking about the conversations. This is really sweet. This is like a really sweet energy. They just seem like really infatuated with you. So let me pull another card. Ooh, I'm afraid to contact you. Okay, so I'm getting the vibe that maybe you guys have talked about this past issue that you've had, maybe not, but it seems like as much as they want this sort of connection and as much as they're sort of feeling it, they are afraid. Maybe they're the kind of person who doesn't like to reach out first, or they'll wait for you to contact them, you know, like you're the kind of person where they're like, oh, I don't want to bother them, I won't text them, I'll wait for them to text me, that kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting. They're like, they don't want to scare you away by like being too much, you know. But I can definitely tell they're feeling the relationship, but they're just, I think they're afraid of, what's the word? They're afraid of, like, yeah, kind of scaring you away, sort of, is the vibe I'm getting. So let's pull one more card for this. Okay, that one flew out. Let's see what this says. Okay, this one like flew out of my hands, so this one's important. So sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So again, like what I said, I think they just stay awake and they think about the conversations that you have, they think about your connection, they think about all the things that they want for the relationship. This is just very, like, it seems very sincere and like genuine. This person just seems to really like you. And so, yeah, like I said, they think about building something with you and then having that sort of emotional fulfillment. So, yeah, this is very sweet energy. Okay, then we're going to pull one more card from a different oracle deck. This oracle deck is, it's like celebrities and stuff. It's really fun. Like, this is definitely more lighthearted. So, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle through this and see who we get. See what it says. Okay, I keep getting this guy. I do not know who this is. It's Edward the VIII. Anyways, I've gotten him a few times and I'm like, bro, who is this? I need to look this guy up. I mean, I guess obviously he's like, I don't know, like part of like English royalty. I don't know. Okay. It says, one knight can follow you for the rest of your life. A king is nothing without the woman he loves. Make your own kingdom and choose your own family. So again, this is just like really, to me, this is really reiterating this 10 of Pentacles and this 10 of Cups energy, like building something, like building a really strong relationship with something you love, and then like having like a legacy, you know? Yeah, again, it seems like this person wants, no, come back. It seems like this person wants something very real and like long term. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, that's it. I mean, you know what? Let's pull one more. Let's pull one more. Let's see if we can get someone else. Okay, this is interesting. We've got two. Like the whole deck is not like the English monarchy or whatever. Like it's not all royalty. It's got like there's Britney Spears in here, so I don't know why we keep. It's interesting that we've got these two people. So we got Princess Diana, and it says, better to have one night of pleasure than a whole life of misery. Don't ask, don't tell. DNA tests are for commoners. The truth is, there are many people in every marriage. Okay. This is interesting. This is a very different vibe than what we had before, but I'm trying to figure out how this fits into the reading. Girl, I don't know what that means. We're gonna have to pull another card for that. I'm like, how does this fit in? Like, the deck is just messing with us. She's like, let me just throw you something weird. Okay, I'm actually gonna like go back to the tarot deck and shuffle, pull a card to like clarify this oracle card, which is like doing the most, but I seriously don't understand how she fits into this at all. So let me just like, interesting. We got the High Priestess. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that like, okay, yeah. I'm really getting the sense here that like you're going to have to trust your intuition, and I'm getting this, okay, I get it. I'm getting this feeling like maybe there have been issues in the past where you now have, I don't want to say like trust issues, but like, you know what I mean? Kind of. Like there's just have been problems in the past, but what the tarot is saying here with the High Priestess is that your intuition is very strong. So if you feel like something's off, you know, just trust yourself. Don't gaslight yourself into being like, no, it's not real, whatever. But But this, I'm getting this is more for like the past, you know? Something happened in the past where I think someone kind of betrayed your trust. Maybe this was sort of their mindset of like, oh, you know what I mean? Like fidelity was sort of optional. I mean, of course, this is sort of joking. Like this is supposed to be funny, but I'm just getting the feeling that this is from the past relationship where someone was like, fidelity's optional. But I'm getting the vibe that, again, that's in the past. That's not, that doesn't have to do with this connection, but also to just trust your intuition. Yeah, High Priestess talks about like divine feminine intuition, trusting yourself. That deep gut feeling that you have is usually right. So just keep that in mind moving forward. I don't see this being an issue with like this new connection, but yeah, whatever happened in the past, I think you sort of had a feeling about it, and that feeling was right. So just remember to trust yourself. You know, don't lose this part of you. Don't lose the divine feminine energy just because someone maybe gaslit you in the past. Because this is a very strong energy. Girl, that last oracle card threw me off. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, huh? But I think, yeah, that should, I think this also was a message for like a very few people, like very few specific people. But yeah, I think the oracle just wanted to throw that in there. So for the few of you, if that resonated, then that was for you. But for the rest of you, again, this legacy building, emotional fulfillment, that energy is the main focus. That's still, of course, for you guys, that still applies for this connection. I'm just seeing this happening in the past, but yeah, that threw me off for a second. I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, I think that's pretty much it, you guys. That's it for pile 1. I hope this resonated. I hope it helped. And yeah, again, like, it was very positive. It was very much giving, like, go for it, send it, do it. But do it at your pace when you're ready. When you've healed from this, when you feel like this is in the past, when you've moved on, then go for it. It seems like this is very much on your timeline because this other person seems to be very receptive to the relationship. So it seems like it's up to you and your timing when you want to do this. So just make sure you're following your intuition. You're working at your own pace, getting over, you know, past wounds, and then when you are, go for it. Go for it. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I hope this resonated. I hope this helped. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Okay, pile number 2. This is if you chose the rose quartz. This is going to be your reading. For pile number 2, I'm going to go ahead and do the spread as I lay out each of the positions. I'm going to go ahead and explain what it's for so you can sort of meditate on the question as I shuffle the cards. And then once I have the whole spread laid out, we'll go through and really channel the messages. So first we're going to start off with your feelings about the connection, the energy, your energy in the connection, just overall how you feel. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and pull another one for that position, how you're feeling. Justice, interesting. Okay, the next position is going to be how the other person is feeling. Oh wow, okay, Ace of Cups. This is exciting. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll get into that later. It's super exciting. Next, we're going to do how they would react if you were to tell them, you know, how you felt, what their reaction would be. Okay, interesting. The Magician. I'm gonna pull another one for that because that's interesting. Oops. Four of Cups. And then the next position is going to be advice, what you should do, actions you should take. Page of Wands. Okay, the next one is going to be any reasons you should not pursue this, or like any obstacles you could face along the way. Okay, we got the Knight of Wands. I'm gonna pull another one for that. The Hermit. Okay. And then the outcome. What will the outcome be of this? I'll pull another one for that. The Fool. Interesting. Okay. I'll pull one more card. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get into what we have here. And I might pull more clarifying cards as we go. This is a really interesting energy. Okay, so over here, how you feel about the connection. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, we'll get into that. We have the King of Cups here and the Queen of Cups here in like the starting position and the end. So it's kind of like a full circle thing, but we'll see how that plays in later. Okay, so we've got, for your feelings, we've got the King of Cups and Justice. This is interesting. I feel like you see this person as like maybe they're very emotionally intelligent, or you feel like you can trust them with your feelings. You can talk to them about your feelings. Maybe they're very understanding. Maybe they're like a good listener. It seems like you see potential for like a deep emotional connection here. You know, it's not, doesn't seem very surface level. It seems like either you already have or you could have a very deep emotional connection. This person seems, again, very emotionally intelligent, very compassionate. Yeah, I feel like that's how you see them. And then we've got the Justice cards, so I'm kind of getting the vibe that like this, I'm getting like karmic vibes, like maybe this is supposed to happen. It seems like this person is supposed to be in your life somehow, like, yeah, I just feel like this is sort of a karmic relation, not in a bad way, don't get scared, like in a positive way, like this person is supposed to be in your life for a reason. That's the vibe I'm getting. And then for their feelings about the relationship, we got the Ace of Cups, which I love. There's a decent amount of water in here. I mean, it's pretty evenly split. There's a few cups, a few wands. Actually, there's a lot of, oh my god, there's a lot of major arcana too. But yeah, it seems pretty watery so far. So I feel like there's a lot of like emotions invested in this, and it seems like this other person, they see the potential for this to be like a very emotionally fulfilling relationship, a very deep, like profound relationship. It doesn't seem super, it's not like surface level, you know? They see the possibility for a very deep connection where you guys can like talk about your feelings with each other and share that with each other. For the next position here, how would they react if you told them? This is interesting. We got the Magician and the Four of Cups, so I'm kind of getting the vibe that like this person has kind of been like manifesting this connection in a way, either like purposely or, you know, you can manifest things on accident, but it seems like they've been wanting a connection like this. They've been wanting this emotional fulfillment. And if you were to come forward and tell them how you felt, they'd be like, oh my god, this is exactly what I was like manifesting. This is exactly what I wanted. It seems like you guys want the same things. And it seems like they've been trying to call this into their life somehow. Again, either purposely manifesting or doing it unconsciously. They've just been thinking like, oh, I would love to have a connection like this. So yeah, and then we got the Four of Cups here, which is interesting. It seems like there's some sort of hesitation or contemplation, like this is exactly what they wanted, but now that it's here, there seems to be some sort of hesitation or blockage, you know what I mean? Like, let me pull another card on that. Why are they hesitating? What's the problem here? This is what you wanted. Let's see here. Okay, I see. We have the Tower. Okay, so I think this person recently went through like a very big change in their life. Like their life has just been like turned upside down. This could be one of two things. Either maybe they just got out of a relationship and it really turned everything upside down for them, or some life thing, some huge change, and they have been manifesting this, but now that it's here, they're kind of hesitating because they're like, oh my God, what if this happens again? You know what I mean? It seems like they're not sure. As much as they want this, as much as they've been asking for it, now that it's here, they're like remembering what happened in the past, and they're like, do I take this risk, kind of? I'm also getting, that's the first option. I'm also getting a sense that they've wanted this so badly that now that it's here, it's almost intimidating for them because they're like, this is going to be a huge change. This is really changing my life. This is going to change my world. This is exactly what I wanted. But am I ready for this change? So those are the two vibes I'm picking up, kind of. So whichever one seems to make more sense in your situation. I'm sure if you've been talking to this person, you'd be aware of any past that they have. So if you know that they recently went through like a big breakup or just a big change in their life, then that's probably what this is about. If not, then I'm getting the sense of them just being almost like, this is exactly what they wanted, but they're like, is this too good to be true? I'm not sure. And am I ready for this? Basically, am I ready for this huge change in my life? So yeah, I think that's going to apply differently to different people, but just reflect on the relationship, because it seems like if this was about someone like a past relationship, it seems like you would definitely know. So yeah. Okay, next we're going to talk about what you should do. We got the Page of Wands. So this is pretty clear to me, where it's like the Page of Wands, it's about passion, energy, excitement. So this is telling me like to go for it, pretty much. Like you should go ahead and pursue this. It's very like exciting, new energy. It's also very innocent, very genuine, sincere, but this is exciting. There's a lot of like passion here, and it just seems very, very new still for the most part, but it seems like the tarot is really telling you to, again, just like go for it. It seems like this is something you should definitely explore further. And then for this position we have, is there a reason for you not to pursue? We got the Knight of Wands with the Hermit. So this is interesting. For some reason, this is giving me like two different personalities, like two opposing personalities, kind of. So one of you may have more Knight of Wands energy, and then the other one may be more of a hermit. That's, for some reason, that's like the vibe that I'm picking up. Like that's my intuition. Just I'm getting this as two very different personalities. So one of you may be really outgoing, very passionate, very excited, sort of fire energy. And then the other one may be a little bit more subdued, maybe a little more introverted, They like to spend time by themselves. So I just sort of see a difference of personalities, but I don't see it causing any conflict necessarily. Like there's nothing here suggesting that this will be, you know, a big problem. It's just like, you guys are different people, but that's fine. You know what I mean? It's just something to be aware of, I think, more than anything. If any sort of difference of opinions arise, just remember that, like, you guys seem to be different. Maybe one person always wants to go out and do stuff, and the other one's like, oh, I want to stay at home. You know, that's sort of what I'm getting. So yeah, just keep that in mind. A difference in personalities is not a bad thing at all. Just be mindful of it, you know, and allow yourselves the freedom to do. If one person wants to go out, the other one wants to stay home, do that. One person can go out, the other one can stay home. You know what I mean? Like, you don't always have to do things together, is sort of what I'm getting at. I'm gonna pull another card for that. Okay, we got the Three of Wands here. So I'm getting the sense that this sort of Three of Swords. Did I say Wands? We've got the Three of Swords, and I'm getting the sense that this is actually from the past, and that maybe this may cause issues in the present connection because it may cause like trust issues. That's sort of what I'm picking up. Someone may have trust issues or trouble communicating their feelings. This might be the kind of person where, like, if you guys sort of get into a disagreement, they just sort of go off and like kind of ghost, like they just stop responding, or maybe they'll just leave. They just sort of go into this hermit mode. So I see this being something from the past that's being brought into this new connection. So I could see that being sort of like a communication problem. Yeah, I just see them having maybe some trust issues, and they may not be super great at communicating their feelings. They just sort of shut down. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, keep that in mind going forward. Okay, the outcome. We've got the Emperor, the Fool, and the Queen of Cups. So again, this is interesting because we had the King of Cups earlier, and now I have the Queen here. So it seems very full circle. With the Emperor, I see this being pretty successful. It seems like, even though there is sort of like an emotional connection here, it seems like one person may be more logical and a little bit more detached, and the other person is more like emotional. But it seems to still work out. I mean, and then the tarot here with the Fool, it's again that same energy as the Page of Wands, where it's like, just go for it, you know, like take the risk, take the leap. So yeah, again, I'm getting a sort of difference of personalities here. One person may be more logical, more stoic, and the other person may be more emotional. But there still seems to be the potential for like a deep emotional connection. It seems like maybe this will be brought out of the other person. So yeah, now we're gonna get some messages directly from the other person using the Hidden Truth Oracle. Okay, sorry if the camera angle changed a little bit. My camera tried to shit the bed on me, and I said, no, you may not do that. So, like I said, we're going to be pulling oracle cards. Try to get, like, messages from the other person. Let's see how they feel about all this. So this is going to be, like, what they could say to you if they could. Well, without, like, any fear of consequences or whatever. Like, just the unfiltered truth. So let's see here. Oh wow, okay. So I'm pretty sure you guys can read what that says, but wow, that's very straightforward. Okay, let's pull another one. Oh wow, okay. This person is very, like, to the point, very succinct, very blunt. They're like, I'm not messing around. They're like, this is it. Because there are, like, longer messages in here, but they stick into 3 words. They're like, I don't need all that. Alright, let's do one more. Okay. I replay our conversations over and over. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely getting the vibe that you guys have some deep emotional conversations that this person really enjoys, and they just sort of go over those conversations in their head. That's the vibe I'm picking up. But they're very straightforward. I mean, look at this. They're like, this is the way it is. Seems like, it also seems like this person isn't someone to sort of like shy away from what they're feeling. Seems like they know what they want. Yeah, they seem very sure of what they want. Okay, now I'm gonna pull another oracle card. This deck is just like celebrities, and it has like little fun messages, so this is more lighthearted. Because this is very deep. This is very deep. So let's get something funny in here. Something more fun. Let's see. Okay, Sappho. Love is a cunning weaver of fantasies and fables. Someone in some future time will think of us. What is beautiful is good, and who is good will soon be beautiful. Okay. This is really sweet. I feel like this, again, is just sort of reiterating the idea of, like, a very deep connection. Like, no matter what happens here, I think this is someone you'll remember for a long time. Like, the conversations that you have and this connection, this emotional connection, is something that you'll remember for a long time. I'm gonna pull one more of these. Oh wow, interesting. I've been getting like matching like oracle, like when I pull from this deck, like they've been sort of, I don't know, like match, you know what I mean? Like they sort of go together. Because the last one I got 2 people from like the British, like British royalty or whatever. That's so interesting. Maybe these are supposed to represent like the 2 people in the relationship, like you and them. So this one says, at the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Love is simply the name for the desire and pursuit of the whole. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. Okay, this is really sweet. This is giving me like very much water energy. Just like very sweet, very emotional, very sincere, and just like kind of sappy, but like in a very cute way. So yeah, this just goes back to like those cups, this King of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, that desire for emotional fulfillment. Yeah, this is a very sweet energy. I do see like a very deep emotional connection here for sure. So that's really exciting. That's pretty much all I have for you though. So I hope it resonated. I hope the information was useful, that, you know, again, it resonated. And yeah, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you again soon. File number 3, this is the Smoky quartz. Okay, let's get some fun messages in here. See, I have a feeling this is going to be like a more fun pile. I don't know why I'm getting, oh, okay, well, I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, I see. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and do the spread. As I do each of the positions, I'm going to sort of say aloud what this card is going to represent so that you can just sort of think about the question as I shuffle through. So the first position is going to describe your feelings about the other person, about the connection. It's just going to talk about your energy in the situation. Okay, so I got the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to pull another one. And we've got the Ten of Wands, interesting. Okay, how they feel about you is going to be the next position. What are their feelings about the connection, about you, their energy? Okay, Six of Pentacles. I'll pull another one. Four of Swords. And then next, it would be their reaction. If you were to tell them how would they feel, what they would do. Seven of Cups. Next is going to be any actions recommended, what you should do. Just advice cards. Interesting. Five is there a reason not to pursue or any obstacles in the way. Two of Wands. I'm going to pull one more. Oh, you can't see? Oh, there you go. Okay. The Star. Interesting. And then outcomes. Some of Swords. Okay. Something else here. Eight of Swords. Okay, we'll get into that. That's interesting. We might have to pull some more cards for that. Okay, so let's start off here with your feelings. So, I see, okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you see a lot of potential in this. That seems like it's just the beginning, but again, a lot of potential for something. You're wishing for something more practical, something solid, something more long-term, something stable is what I'm getting. But it seems like you're having to put in a lot of work. Like, I don't know what it is, but you feel like this is just, it's a lot of work to try to start this connection, or yeah, it feels like you're sort of fighting against something, like you feel very burdened. It might be other things in your life that maybe are getting in the way of you pursuing this, or maybe just the relationship itself is, the connection itself is sort of hard to pursue. Like maybe it seems like you're doing all the work, like you're carrying the conversations, you're always starting the conversations, you're always asking them to hang out, or maybe you're hitting them up. It seems like you're just doing all the work here. And then for them, how they feel, we have Six of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. This is interesting because I was just saying how like it seems like you're doing all the work, and it seems like they see you putting in a lot and giving a lot, but they don't see it as a problem. Like they're happy to receive whatever you're giving them, you know, whether it be attention, affection, whatever. They're happy to receive it, but they don't see it as an issue. They're like, oh, this person's so generous. You know, they're not seeing the other side of it. So this seems to be like, you guys are seeing the same thing happening, but perceiving it in different ways. And then we've got the Four of Swords. So this person, it just seems like, yeah, they're able to just sort of relax. They're sort of resting in a way, not putting in a lot of work. They just, it seems like they just feel very relaxed about the connection. Like, again, they're not having to put in a lot of work because you're putting in all this work. So they're just sort of chilling, resting. Yeah. Yep. And then if you were to tell them how you felt, we have the Seven of Cups. It seems like they wouldn't know what to think. Like they would feel overwhelmed maybe. It also seems like it's possible they have other options, and so now they're like sort of weighing their options. They're like, what should I do? It may confuse them a bit. It seems like it would just kind of throw them off. I'm going to pull another card for that. Okay, we have the Death card. Yeah, so I'm getting the sense that it would really change the relationship that you have. Now, the Death card can be positive change. It could be a not so positive change. It just talks about like a transformation. So it would definitely change the connection or the relationship that you have, but it doesn't say exactly how. Let's see if we can get another. Yeah. Okay, so I'm getting a sense that you guys are more friends right now. Like this is a more platonic relationship. And if you were to tell them how you felt, that friendship would die. Yeah, like the friendship would be over. Now whether or not that would be because a relationship would start or not, it's up to this person. It seems like they have to make their mind up. They're not sure. They're sort of, yeah, they just seem confused. But it does seem like whatever friendship, relationship, connection you have now, it does seem like it would change. But we don't know how because that person would have to decide for themselves. Maybe we can get some more information on what they're thinking later when I pull some oracle cards for like, we're going to get some direct messages from them, so that might clear this up a little bit. But the next position over here is what you should do. We've got the Eight of Wands and the Empress, which is interesting because the Eight of Wands talks about taking action, moving quickly, yeah, going for it, just like swift movement. But then we've got the Empress, so I feel like even though this outcome is sort of ambiguous, it just seems like the tarot is telling you to be yourself, be honest and open with how you feel, and to not like beat around the bush. I think it's also saying to sort of put yourself first. I mean, like the Empress energy is compassionate, empathetic, very in tune with her emotions. It's divine feminine energy. She's like unapologetically herself, and she's very open about the way she feels. She's not going to hide anything. So it seems like the advice here is to sort of embody that energy regardless of what may happen. We don't know yet, but it seems like it's saying to just really be true to yourself and your feelings and to not hide or apologize. That's sort of what I'm getting. Like if you feel a certain way, act on it. And then here we have, is there a reason not to pursue? So we've got the Two of Wands and the Star here. So it seems like, again, with the Two of Wands, it seems like a decision needs to be made as far as how to proceed with this connection. And even though that decision might not be up to you, you just sort of have to, again, the star is like, be authentically yourself. Don't apologize for who you are. Stick to how you feel. Being open and honest about that. Regardless of what other people may decide. You can't control other people's decisions or their emotions, but you can control how you react, how you treat yourself, how you think about yourself. So just stay in like this Empress and Star energy where it's just like I'm getting a lot of self-love. Regardless of what happens with this other person, we don't know if it's a positive or negative, we don't know what they're going to decide basically, but regardless of that, continue to sort of nurture yourself and be kind to yourself, because this is you. This is you, the Empress. So it just seems like no matter what the outcome is, like you're fine. Like you don't really need them. It's just like that would be nice or whatever. But realistically, I think you know what you bring to the table. Yeah, this is you. This is them. So it seems like you know what you bring to the table. And no matter what they choose, you'll be fine with it. Because realistically, you're kind of on another level. I'm kind of getting the feeling that maybe this person, you may be a little bit like out of their league in a way. Like, it just seems like you're very emotionally mature. Like you just got it together, And this person's still trying to pull it together. They can't decide. They don't know. But you know. You know what you want. You know how you feel. You don't apologize for it. So keep that in mind, that this is your energy, regardless of the outcome. Yeah. And then for the outcome here, we got the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So I'm really getting the sense that this other person cannot make up their mind. Like, this is them. They're sort of bound up with their rope. They've got their blindfold on. It just seems like they know they have to make a decision, but they know that decision is going to change the friendship that you have. So they're kind of refusing to make the decision, or they're trying to put it off because they just don't know what to do. They're very confused because they don't want to make the wrong decision, I think, is what I'm getting at. So it seems like they might just sort of try to avoid it, They're like, I'm not going to make a decision. I'm just going to stand here tied up forever. That's sort of the energy I'm getting. And it just seems like you shouldn't have to wait on them, because this is you. Like, this is you. And this is them. So, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't have to stick around and wait on them and continue putting in all this effort, continue giving to them, just for them to sort of be at a standstill. It's just very stagnant. They can't make a decision. And it doesn't seem like malicious or anything. It just seems like they really genuinely don't know what to do. So even though it's like you're over here like, what's what's going on? Yeah, it just seems like they're not capable of making a decision. They may be very indecisive too. That's sort of what I'm getting at. But I'm going to pull a card for what you should do in the meantime, because it seems like you don't really have control over what they decide. So let's see what you can do for yourself in the meantime. Three of Cups. Yeah, so in the meantime, I'm sort of getting the vibe that, like, you can wait on them if you want, but the advice here is to go out, to hang out with your friends, to, just go out to social events and spend time with a group of friends that you really enjoy, to have fun, and to just be a little bit more carefree. Don't worry about this person or what they're deciding. Remember that this is you, and the tarot is telling you to have fun. go out in the streets. You know, it's like all this energy is theirs. Like, you don't have to be a part of that if you don't want to. Like, you can just say, you know what? Good luck with whatever. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and have fun. So it seems like the tarot is like, yes, be yourself, be true to yourself, be honest about your feelings, but don't stick around and worry about what they're going to decide. Just continue having fun. It's just like a very, like, you have like a very lighthearted energy, but it's very sincere. So just continue being yourself pretty much, and don't worry about what they decide. Just hang out. There's a lot of people who love you and support you and want to be with you. They like hanging around with you. You have good energy. So just keep doing that. Hang out with people who make you feel good. So next we're going to pull some messages from this person directly. See what they have to say. We're going to use the Hidden Truth Oracle. And hopefully we can just get a little bit more insight on, you know, what they're thinking here. Seems like they really don't know what they're thinking. So let's just see if we can get any more clarification on the situation. Okay. God, I love you. This is interesting. Let's see what else is here, because that's sort of like, it's like ambiguous, but it's really not. But I'm like, what does this mean? What is this? It's so confusing too when people don't know what they want, because the messages that come through can be very like, they can be all over the place, because the truth is like they don't know. So this could be, I'm kind of, if you guys are friends, I'm getting the sense that like this could be platonic, it could be romantic, but it could be like platonic, and this may be the reason they're having trouble making a decision, because they're like, I don't want to put this friendship in jeopardy, kind of. So, but let's pull some more. Or maybe this person just really does not know. I'm just getting the vibe that they have no idea what they want. Okay, I replay our conversations over and over. So they do think about, you know, the conversations that you have and whatnot. Interesting. Then we have, I know I messed everything up. No, I know I messed up everything. Okay, this is interesting. It seems like maybe they're realizing that you're putting in more than they are, and they're regretting not putting in the same effort, or they're regretting only taking in and receiving instead of also giving. And also, this could be about having to make a decision, and they're like, I know I messed up by not being able to make that decision, you know? It just really seems like they don't know what they want. And I feel like as this Empress, this star energy, you deserve someone who knows exactly what they want. This person just seems all over the place. And that's not their fault. Again, it doesn't seem like malicious or like their intentions are bad. It just seems like they are just so indecisive, and it's like it shouldn't be that hard when you're over here in this Empress energy. It's like, hello, like the answer is obvious, but they can't even make that decision. So yeah, this person just seems to not really know what they want. So again, just stay in this energy and do what makes you happy, and don't worry about what they're doing or what they're deciding. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 2 of these oracle cards. This deck is like celebrities. It's really fun. It's a more lighthearted deck. These oracle decks can be a little bit like heavier, because you're just like, what does it mean? Although I like to end off on a lighter note. So let's see what we get here. Wow, okay. So we got Jackie Kennedy. Always be the first lady. Marry for love, for money, but most of all companionship. Don't just take the picture, enter it. So this is sort of giving me, again, that Empress energy of like putting yourself first, but also not settling. Like, don't settle. Everything that you want is valid and you shouldn't settle for less. That's what I'm getting from this. So we're gonna pull one more. Oh my god, I keep getting this guy. I swear to god. I keep getting him, and every single time I'm like, yo, I don't know who this is. I don't know this man. I don't know why he keeps popping up. Okay, so we got Edward VIII. One knight can follow you for the rest of your life. A king is nothing without the woman he loves. Make your own kingdom and choose your own family. So that last one, I think, is what sort of sticks to this the most. It's like, there are things you can control, and you should focus on those things. You can focus on making your own family, again with this like Three of Cups energy. Make your own family, you know, with people you love, your friends. Stick in this Empress energy where you're not settling. You know exactly what you want. You deserve to have everything that you want. Surround yourself by people who love you, people you love, people who make you feel good, and don't worry about this indecisive energy. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's pretty much it. I hope it resonated. I know there wasn't a whole lot of clarification because this other person does not seem to know. So it's hard to get, you know, a super clear outcome when they don't know. There's nothing, you know, there's no energy there to tap into. So, but I hope you got clarification on what you should do and what you should focus on, which is yourself and your friends. So yeah, I hope that helped in some way. I hope you enjoyed it resonated, and yeah, thank you for watching this. Hopefully I'll see you soon in another video. Maybe you'll have more answers for you then. Maybe you'll already know the outcome. You can let me know what happened, because girl, I don't know. And